Thank you for watching this video about endometriosis. I have endometriosis and I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I just had a hysterectomy to remove both of my ovaries, my uterus, and my cervix, as well as some bladder surgery to repair damage that had been done by the endometriosis. And if you're watching this as a loved one of someone who has the disease, then thank you for taking the time to care about what that person is feeling. I'm not here to explain as much about what endometriosis is because there are many medical websites out there that are wonderful at doing this. I use Wikipedia myself, WebMD, the Mayo Clinic website. There are so many wonderful resources that I feel that I'm more interested in telling you how the person feels that has it, or if you have it, explaining how I felt in hopes that maybe you have hope that the way you're feeling is normal. Everyone always wants to know, oh, is it normal that I'm feeling this, normal I'm feeling that way? And the answer is yes, it's all normal. And, unfortunately, when you have a disease like this, you're going to feel hopeless. You're going to have depression. You're going to have days you can't get out of bed and do the things you want to do with your family, do the things you want to do. And general, getting to work is usually very, very hard. I was attending classes while suffering, and it was certainly very challenging to do that. And at the same time, um, people that suffer from the disease, excuse me, people that suffer from the disease um, don't get better. So it's not like you have the flu and then you're better. It's not like you have a cold and then you're better. So people are constantly asking how you're feeling, and you want to tell them something hopeful, but there's just nothing there because it's constant. I even think that a person that has a terminal disease, you know, has that, you get that attention, in the medical community because you want to save lives. In our case with endometriosis, we just want to be comfortable. We just want what everyone else wants to, to end up to be listened to. And if you have a medical professional that's not listening to your needs, move on. Find someone else that will. Get a second opinion, even if you trust the opinion that you're getting, because you never know what new information a different medical professional might bring to the table that might be really useful for you. In my case, my local hospital did a series of tests, 6.5 hours worth of tests on me, because the pain was so bad that I was convinced it was more than just the endometriosis going on. I was convinced that there was something fatal happening and that if I didn't act soon, I would be regretting it. Well, come to find out, I had the polycystic ovarian syndrome causing my cysts, had the endometriosis, and it all just flared up and gone to a real bad state. It's hard to be your own health advocate sometimes because you want to believe what the medical, what everyone's telling you. And in my case, they were saying, we see why you're in pain. Here's some pain meds. Go home, follow up with your OBGYN. So I follow up with the OBGYN who just wants to watch things, just wants to give me medicines and watch. And I was in so much pain. I needed someone to help me at that exact moment. I needed a surgery right then and not wait a few months. Well, and unfortunately, because um, the other hospital nearby had quite a long, waiting list just to get an appointment. I waited a few months and I was pretty miserable. And I can say it's not, it's not permanent, but it feels it at the time. And and if you're feeling depressed, even if you're, um, in some cases online, I've read stories about people that were feeling suicidal. And if you are, you need to talk to someone. Make sure that you talk to someone. Carry the suicide hotline number in your wallet. Throw it in your nightstand, wherever you're going to find it. Then, if you ever need it, it's there and you don't have to look for it. You just know it's there and that there are people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that can help you. I was fortunate enough that mine didn't get to that point, but I can see how it would with someone. And I can also see, if you are younger and you're facing this, how the idea, like in my case, I had a hysterectomy by choice. I said, okay, I'm done. I have two beautiful children. I'm happy. If you're not at that point, you may be putting up with the pain longer just in order to keep your options for having children open. And if you're doing that, you need that extra support. You might not have someone in your life you can talk to. And it's really important to make sure you reach out to people and tell people you have the disease, because you'll be surprised how many people have the disease but aren't telling anyone because you don't like to talk about those personal type issues. It's kind of a weird taboo area. And years ago, no one talked about that kind of stuff. And nowadays, I think things are a lot more open, and it's a little easier to talk about it. But open up and tell people you have the disease. You'll be surprised how much support you find from people that you actually know. Um, all right, that's it for this video. But I'm gonna have a lot more videos, so please look for me. I've got a lot of information, about the disease and the way you're feeling. And thank you.